Greetings. Good morning. This is Morning Sky. I'm your host, Sky. All right. Things are getting weird. But hey, I want to talk about the Minneapolis shooting. Um, what is known? What one thing is known when you commit a mass shooting during or just after mass? I mean, I'm an atheist. I do not subscribe to the theory of God or any deities or anything like that. Hold on, I'm still working out something. Hold on. Still working out something. Hold on. Just give me a moment. I'll launch right back into this. It's goddamn YouTube. Roth with me is saying us Catholics will rise and force our religion. Okay. That sounds about right for faith. Cram it down people's throats, not, allow them to evaluate objective reality. But let's get back to the shooter. This shooter shot himself or herself or whatever self. Um, Supposed to be a transgender. I don't know if they did the transition fully. They just wanted to be a woman. It was Robert. Let me get the name right. God damn it. Robin. He was born Robert Westman, but then later changed to Robin Westman because it had to get a neutral name. Like Robin, this could be a guy's name too. So um, that's just a fact. But yeah, mass shooting during mass. I mean, that's where we are right now. Children, small little itty bitty children, 8 years old and 10 years old, gone. Parents are picking out child caskets now. They're picking out memorial services. They're going through the motions. All because of this maniac, this evil doer, decided not to commit suicide. Just commit. I mean, go through the proper channels, go through doctors, go through all the kind of psychiatric care and different things like that, and do that and have an assisted suicide if you have to. But if when it all comes down to it, if you're going to shoot other people and then off yourself, just off yourself. It's nobody else's business. It's only two kids too. Hey, two kids is two kids too many. Rock with me. Mental health isn't real. Okay, so physical health isn't real either then. Mental and physical health. You have a brain, right? So that means it's real. Texas, salute to you, sir, but you're delulu. But yeah, this just crazy. Physical health isn't real. Okay. Texas is going off the deep end. I have no idea where he's going right now. I have no idea what he's talking about. Physical health and mental health aren't real. Okay, what health is real then? But yeah, so this Westman character shot in and killed, murdered, you know, just took out two kids and wounded 17 others. And I like at least what I don't know who said it. I should have recorded it. Damn it. But one of the officials, I think it was may have been the mayor. The mayor said it's not about thoughts and prayers. They were already thinking and praying at the same time. It's a church. It's a school. It's a Catholic church. It's a Catholic school. What do you expect? So Yeah, and then the YouTube, then the manifesto, and the Trump killed Trump on the magazines that he carried. He had a pistol, a shotgun, and a rifle, and he shot the rifle into the windows. And this is the big part about what I'm saying about this country. We will continue to have these things, and it's not because of guns. Guns are great; they are tools. And this is another thing, Texas, how I'm not a liberal. I'm for no gun control. There should be no gun control. Only gun control should be aim and squeeze. That's the gun control I'm about. Catholicism isn't a religion, it's a gang. Well, it's all faith. It's all a tribe. It's all mysticism. You have to have a witch doctor. Witch doctors rule, all faiths. It's the same thing. Catholicism, Protestantism, doesn't matter. You're still reification of a zero. You're still reifying a zero, a non-existent. There is no God. And people say cute things like, well, even on the atheist side, like, well, if there was, if there was a God, they wouldn't allow this to happen. No, that's not how they realize things. They say, "Oh, this happens. This is for a reason. This is for God. This is the will of God." Never question what He does. You can't question it. You can't. You should. They shouldn't even be investigating it. They should just say that as these are two angels that were called back into the bosom of Abraham, and now they're living their best lives in heaven. It's just garbage, 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 garbage. Go garbage in, garbage out. I think you misspelled something, cat with me. Catholics, ATR up. I appreciate that, Texas. He says amen. We finally agree on something again. But it's true. Guns are tools. It's not about the tool. It's about the people. It's about the person. They say that, same, cliche. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. That's like, it's a cliche, but it's the truth. It's the mental mind up. It's the mental makeup of the shooter or the killer or the bomber or whoever method they use. It's all in their head, not their heart, because the heart is a glorious and glorified pump. The brain, it's all in your mind. That's what it's all about. It's all about the mind. That's what people don't really understand and realize. This duck, duck, goose. Is it going to be in Minneapolis? Is it going to be in Chicago? Is it going to be in LA? Is it going to be in Utah? Is it going to be in Pennsylvania? Is it going to be in where the hell is it going to be next? Because the next one's coming. I think I saw, if I'm not mistaken, 451 mass shootings so far this year in the United States. And they think it's a gun problem. And they think it's a psychiatric problem. I'm bipolar. I'm crazy. But I'm not going to go out and start shooting up people for my problems. Are you kidding me? Yeah, 451. That's what I saw. I could be mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me, my dumbass, if I'm wrong. I'm trying to find right now. I'm looking for it right now. Okay, here we go. This is a list of mass shootings that took place in the United States in 2025. Mass shootings are incidents in which several people are injured or killed due to firearm-related violence. Specifically for the purpose of this article, this consists of a total of 4 more victims. A total of 262 people have been killed and 1,161 people have been wounded in 268 shootings. Okay, my fault. I roll back my initial count. It's actually 268, which is still staggering. Still staggering. Yes, Texas is on it today. He's saying we need to step our game up. We need to really recognize these miscreants, these people like whatever signs. There's got to be signs. I mean, it just can't just be one thing. Just can't be one thing. And then to add the element of the queer community, um, it gives it a different flavor because they're like, oh, now we can't even be ourselves. Like they can't this guy is like making it looking bad for him, and like I said, the self-inflicted gunshot wound. The self-inflicted gunshot wound. Why didn't you go to your doctor and say, hey, I don't want to live anymore. I have nothing to contribute to my own life or anything or anybody. I want to die. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to get out of this life. Like, why can't we just promote that? I mean, I'm for life. I'm for everybody's life, but not when it comes to killing other people, wounding other people, putting other people in danger, and you yourself are you're tore up and everything's messed up in your life, and you can't get it together. There should be lethal injection for you. You should be like, all right. I mean, I remember Dr. Brooks said he doesn't really respect people, or he doesn't acknowledge the idea of things aren't going well and I might as well just give up and this is it. He really doesn't respond to that too well, but I kind of respond to it. I'd rather that happen than for these kind of actions. I'd rather it. I'd rather that. That's the reality. We got 4 people in here. I need 4 likes. Smash that like button. Get those likes up. If you're not going to be in the live chat, make sure you at least hit the like button. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so you have the Minnesota governor, Tim Walz. He's saying how, this shouldn't happen and things like that. It's like, where is it going to be next? There's going to be a next. Every time, there's going to be a next. We want to have fun. America is a party. We getting this money. That's what it's all about. Getting this money, staying fly, getting jiggy. That's what it's all about. Get as much money as you can. That's the whole point of America. I mean, obviously there's, the moral underpinnings and stuff like that. I'm just being, excited and, bombastic. But essentially that's what it is. It's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. He rejected all of those things. He took lives, he restricted liberties, and he did not even have the clue of pursuing his own happiness or her own happiness. Whatever. Westman's happiness. He had Columbine styles paraphernalia and armory. He had a manifesto. The manifesto is crazy. He had stuff on YouTube. This is what makes it hard for us. It makes it hard for me. You can't put up certain content because it'll be flagged. You can't say that. It'll get flagged. You can't do that. Texas coroner says it happened because Catholic worship saints. That is, just part of the mystical, faith-based way of doing things. That's their way of conveying their specific mysticism, their faith. We do worship saints, you bish. Right with me is on it. And the Virgin Mary. How come nobody ever says the Virgin Jesus? See, they say you're a virgin if you're a male. I never claimed to be a virgin. I never lost my virginity because I didn't have it in the first place. Only women can have virginity. Virginity is another name for a maiden. Saints are not to be worshipped. Texas is going in with rot with me. It's the Virgin Mary actually came to me in a dream. Okay, see, now we're going into mystical territory. I kind of figured this would happen because it's dealing with the church, the Annunciation Catholic Church in Minnesota. I have a Catholic church just in a car like 2 minutes away from me or less, maybe like 30 seconds away from me. Um, but yeah, I just don't understand how. Well, I do understand how, but it's just weird. Saints are part of this. Okay. Who believes in ghosts? Cougar coming in. Salute to you. Make sure you hit that, slap that like button. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit of attraction here with other people. That's why y'all Catholics are weirdos. Uh-oh. You're all in the same. You're in the same boat. Everybody's in the same boat with faith. You still subscribe to the unknown and unknowable. So whatever bickering you ever had, all the fights of the um crusades and the Spanish Inquisition and all that down the line, even till today, even Irish, the IRA and the troubles and all that. It's the same thing. Rot with me says I popped Zan yesterday and sold mad retro and Pokemon cards, and today I'm low key feeling down. Why are you feeling down? Is it the Zan? If you sold the Pokemon cards, you should be in good standing. You should be in good financial standing. Doesn't mean you're going to be happy necessarily. You have to have a lot of things working. Some things just work together. You can't drive a car unless it has gas in it. But if you have a lot of gas and you have no car, what do you got? You got to have both things working together. It's a mixed emotion. See, Rot isn't a man of God. That's his business. That's his business. If he doesn't want to be a man of God, that's on Rot. That's on Rot. But this Westman character wanted to do a Columbine style job. Wanted to do had links to the school. Was a former student. Mother worked there as late as 2021. So there were definite ties to it. That's usually what happens. If they're not currently going to the school, it's a school they used to go to. That's what happened, like in Sandy Hook. That's what happened in other locations. Um, it's really sad because these are just kids. They're kids, literally just kids. Not even like grown up, like 17, 18 kids. They're 8 and 10. Jesus Christ! Like how do you even equate that with anything? And the self-inflicted gunshot wound. That's what gets me every time. The self-inflicted gunshot. You could have gotten the proper care, got your mental evaluation, got your thoughts aligned with reality instead of attacking innocent human beings before you do all that. Watch your mouth. I will say Jesus Christ, goddamn, as many times as I want. You got to get out of here, Texas. You can leave if you don't want to hear Jesus Christ, goddamn son of a bitch. And you gotta keep it moving. Sell me your cards. I'd rather spend on that than donate to Skylar. Well, I appreciate that, sir. Thank you for your honesty. I appreciate the honesty. He said, I'd rather do that than donate to Skylar. Hey, I made thousands of dollars on this. He says, watch your damn mouth. Getting indignant. Got the nerve to get indignant. Watch your damn mouth. On my platform. Oh, yes, sir, I was going to wash my mouth. I ain't going to say nothing wrong. Come on now. Let's be real. The Texas is laughing at my dumb ass. Yeah, it's a serious situation. I mean, but hey, this is what I'm talking about with illegals. Jesus got tires around the corner. I don't know what that means, but this is what I'm saying. Illegals coming into this country. We got stick up kids, corrupt cops, and crack rocks. I mean, that's just a Inspector Deck line, meaning that we got a lot of problems in America, a lot of issues, lots of issues, and the crackdown on guns, and weaponry and stuff like that. That's just wrong. You can't crack down on a tool. You have to go at the user. What does the user think? What does the user have in mind? Oh, wait a minute. Jesus got your mom too. Okay. That was kind of funny. But Westman, let me share. Is it Westman? Yeah, Westman. Westman totally took it upon herself, using air quotes, herself to exact revenge against whomever. I don't it's so messy. It's like going against Trump and then going against the Catholic school system, going against whatever, going against herself. Self-inflicted gunshot wound. The police did not kill him. Her. Yeah, they did not kill her. She killed herself. That's the reality that people have to recognize. This all comes down to the willingness of the individual to act like an individual, to put themselves in a position of individualism, not destruction, not nihilism or nothingness. That's the difference. So you have to really consider, would you send your child to school the next day? How many millions of children are going to be in school today and the coming weeks? Millions. How many schools are going to be? Because it's not just the schools. Of course, there's been nightclubs, concerts, movie theaters, churches. Oh, just name it. You name it. And there's been some kind of issue. Let's all just be happy skies, no longer talking about black serial killers. I might see. I still have to do that one story about Samuel Little over again. So that's in the vault. I took that off the offline. That's in the vault. Thank you, Jesus. Why is the alphabet mafia so quiet? I think you're talking about the queer community. The queer community is, just trying to maintain their identities, and they are tribal as well. I mean, it's a tribalistic kind of thing too, because they have to band together in a sense of solidarity with one another. Even though a lot of factions hate the other, like there's the faithful, God fearing queers. There's the queers that are completely atheist or quote unquote atheist. There's a very few instances where you have legitimate discussion of the queer community, because everybody's so touchy. They don't want to say the wrong thing. They don't want to do the wrong thing. Just look at them as human beings. One of the best quotes I ever heard was from Cecily Strong in her memoir. This will all be over soon, I believe it is. Give me, correct me if I'm wrong. She said, "I'm not a ally. I'm just a human being." So that's what you have to look at it as. Just look at it as human beings. You're not saying, "Oh, I'm an ally. I'm on the front lines with the cute queers and stuff like that." The LGBTQLMNOP community and Catholics are the same. Wow. Okay. That's not true. There's a issue with every faith, with the queer community. Black community created trans. Please give me some statistics, some graphics, some specific ideas that pertain to your unsubstantiated claim. Rock with me. I would enjoy that. I would love that. 5 likes, 4 people in here. Not mad. Not mad at all. I think black community created single moms. That's not true. There's a lot more. It's like saying more black people are on welfare. Most white people are on welfare. Think about that. Those numbers are high. You can look that up yourself. More white people are on welfare than black people. He's right. Why so many soft gay pastors? Yeah. There's gay pastors, there's undercover gay pastors and all kinds of stuff in the Protestant churches. So you can't say that. You can't say Catholics. Even though they get the most, scrutiny and warranted, very warranted, they however are not the only immune. They are not immune to the fact that they have counterparts that are doing the same thing. Who said anything about welfare? I'll just give an example. I said something about welfare, Texas. Um, but that's the truth. That's just what reality is. And we have to look at it as such. We can't cower from it. We can't back away from it. We have to confront it head on with enough intellectual ammunition as possible to defeat those that wish to come at us. All your idols wear crosses. Huh. Well, that's the problem with having idols and crosses. You should have individuals without crosses. And they don't have to have a dollar sign. That was like, Mr. Rand being very, cavalier and, want to make a statement and be striking. But you don't have to wear a dollar sign. You just have to have the mind to make a dollar sign. That was the key that she instilled in people. Not just because she wore a dollar sign. And it's improper to say, "Oh, I'm gonna swap out the cross for a dollar sign." Like, you can't really say it like that. It's improper. But I've digressed. Westman, this character, this miscreant. I just still say proper way, proper channels. A psychiatrist, get a doc in, play with seek answers from your mind. Uh, Continue to go to different sessions and be aware of your ideas and what you're putting out in the world, because that's all we want. This is that song that Donald Glover, aka um Childish Gambino, said, "This is like party just for fun. Like, this is America. Those because you're sipping on, like, we want that. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, we want that. But it really comes down to this is America. Don't catch you sipping on. Look what I'm whipping on. Like, it's that's whole transition. The song's so gay. Okay. Ralph, I'm totally against what you said. I disagree with you. That was one of the most profound and fun and, deep and strong videos. Videos aren't art, they're commercials, but it was a strong video that he made. I appreciate that. Childish Gambino says, okay, here goes Texas. This is classic Texas. Has to say something negative. Fun is gay. Okay, all right, here we go. Route with me. He's on the negativity train. Everybody's on a negativity train. That's fine. That's okay. I will allow it. He gay like Tyler. Well, Tyler actually is bisexual. He's been kissing boys since 2004. That's what he said. So he's bisexual. He said, "I effed her, I effed her girl after his girl's girl, the girl's girl, and him or something like that. I'm trying to remember what it was. But yeah, so he's definitely on the queer community kind of thing. Mainstream pushes that gay-ish. Okay. I mean, I was going to do a story about Snoop Dogg, but I think it's been covered, or I didn't have enough information. I just saw the Instagram post. He was saying he was in the movie theater with his nephew, and he was just watching the Buzz Lightyear movie or something like that. And he was saying how he was watching the movie, and then in the film, two mothers come out, and there's like he was, and his nephew turned to him and said like, "Why is it two mommies?" He's like, "Just eat your popcorn." He's like, "Just watch the movie." He was like, because he was like, "Man, you have to explain it." But that I don't have a problem yet. I have a problem only when children say they're gay or they're lesbian. I have a bit of an issue with that. I mean, I could be wrong. You say, Sky, that's homophobic. First of all, it's not homophobia. It's it's homosexuality. Hatred for homosexuality. It's not homophobia. It's not a fear for the gay and the queer community. Tyler is a demon. Okay, his grandson gets your facts straight. His grandson, excuse me, thank you, thank you, appreciate that. His grandson, yeah, not his nephew, but his grandson. Thank you for keeping me on point. His grandson, he was Snoop Dogg was his grandson. Zachary got two dads. Y'all keep going at Zachary. I think he's not even around anymore. No such thing as gay or lesbian, just demons. Okay, totally disagree with you there. They're just human beings. They're individuals who choose to be of the same sex. That's as simple as that. There's there's nothing else to say. They're neither good nor bad. They're just human beings that either could be good or could be bad. Like this person that shot up the Catholic school, an alleged transgender, didn't get the surgery or anything, just wanted to grow out her hair or his hair and call himself a female. They got to little baby. He wearing Daisy Dukes. I didn't see that. That's wild. 5 likes, 5 people in here. I'm not mad. I got to stop going in on the dead. Okay. No, gays are evil. Okay, explain me why gays are evil, Texas. You love to say blanket statements. Gays are evil. Stop it right there, Pam. Usually you're more creative and thoughtful with your analyses. No, gays are evil. And then just plant your flag and just that's all I got to say about that. And just live with that. Like I'm supposed to just take that as fact or something like that, and you just run it off with your mouth on the live chat. No, gays are evil. He has nothing, no stats to back it, no facts, nothing like that. He just corrected me, and I stand corrected. But he didn't correct himself. He didn't have any facts or figures to show how gays are evil. He just says it. Just put it out into the live chat. Yeah, I'm just gonna nah, gays are evil. Has nothing to back it up, nothing to support his unsubstantiated claim. But that's Texas. I've learned to understand what Texas is like. Texas doesn't claim him. Claim whom? To whom does he not claim? What you talking about? Ride with me. What you talking about? But this, God damn it, I keep forgetting. There's six people in here. Okay. Westman. Gotta remember that. This Westman character is was a man, oh my God, I'm messing up. Was a menace. We don't claim carnage. Okay, hit that like button. Yes, hit that like button. Everybody hit the like button. Um, hit that like button. Yes, that's true. But Westman was a horrific human being, a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad person. For whatever reason, I don't care if it. Oh well, he has she had. I'm just gonna say he, because he didn't get the transgender transition. I'm gonna say he. He didn't. Rot. You ain't ish. Okay. Rot is the example of what's wrong with Texas. That's two Texans going at each other. Texas Carnage, age 17, and Rot with me. But Westman, I'm gonna say he. Westman just continues the narrative. There's been a movie about all of this before, right? There's been a movie. There was a movie called by Van Zant. I think is his name Guy Van something. Hold on. Let me make sure I get this right. I'm gonna suggest you guys a movie. I'm looking it up now. Gus Van Sant. A psychological drama written, directed, and edited by Gus Van Sant, heavily inspired by the 1999 Columbine High School Massacre. This film chronicles the events surrounding a school shooting in Portland, Oregon. The narrative begins a short time before the shooting occurs, following the lives of several characters both in and out of school who are unaware of what is about to unfold. Okay? I think it's won the Palme d'Or. That's like the highest prize at the Cannes Film Festival. Rob Anthony says, I hold public office in Texas. I sign your SSI checks. Who are you talking to, Rob, with me? What are you talking about? Van Dam. No, Van Zant. Gus Van Zant. Sky, I don't live in Texas. Exactly. Thank you, Texas. I appreciate that. I don't live in Texas. Not live in Texas. I live in Delaware. Newark, Delaware. Route works for the sanitation department. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. I don't see any issue with that. You get probably $70,000, $80,000 a year working for sanitation. They get good pay. You start out at $60,000 or something like that. You can go up to like $110,000 probably working for sanitation. But we digress off the topic. Westman was Westman is a problem, even though he's dead now. He's still an issue because taking into account everything that he stood for. That's the real key to all this. That's the main problem. Rod scares away the birds at the landfills. The only ish I work with is this chat, I think he says. What's the PO box? I got nice neckties. The PO box? I don't have a PO box. But if you got next, you sound nice neckties. Are you saying like on Canal Street? You're a vendor or something like that? But yeah. But seriously, this is just duck duck goose. When's the next one? Where's it gonna be? And then the whole prayer, our thoughts and prayers with it. But I think the mayor said something like, "It's not about the thoughts and prayers. They were thinking and praying already." I'm paraphrasing, but he was on that line. Right? You don't work on this chat, you don't get paid. That seems like it's the truth. Westman, the mom, that's the one. Those, it's obviously him, and he should be psychiatrically evaluated. But it's about the parents. It's what Eminem said it. Where were the parents at? Where were the parents at? When the kids getting bullied and shoots up the school, and they blame it on Maryland and that heroin, and where were the parents at? And look where it's at. From his song, I I think it's I am, or whatever you say I am, or something like that. But that's the truth. I want to investigate her, the Catholic priests that's taught him, the school teachers, the coaches, the anybody that was around him. That's who needs to be grilled and possibly put in handcuffs. I mean, I'm for putting the parents in handcuffs because they kind of are like accessories to the crime. Nobody comes into this world thinking about, I'm gonna murder, these school children. I'm gonna shoot up a theater. I'm gonna shoot up a concert. I'm gonna shoot up a nightclub. Nobody comes into the world doing that. It has to be taught. It has to be something has to be broken inside their mind. Something has to shift. Carnage, you sign checks or do you do bank fraud? You want my attention? Texas. I'm allow the Texans to go in on each other. Pause. But Westman, I mean, the mama she needs to be sat down, having a whole interrogation for about 4 or 5 hours, figuring out what the hell did you do wrong. You did something wrong. If your child is out here taking the lives of little babies, the babies, taking lives of babies, you need your ass in either handcuffs or just in an interrogation cell or something like that. That's how I see it. She knows more than anyone else, I think, about her child. And was she just a babe in the woods? She was just like, oh, it's okay, it's all right. She's just a babe in the woods. She didn't know anything. She didn't have an idea. Oh, I heard him, you know, putting in clips and magazines and stuff like that, and cleaning up his guns. And I didn't know what he was doing. And then he had this manifesto I came across, and I was like, I wonder what he's talking about in this thing. This is kind of interesting. And then when I went onto his YouTube streams and I saw his page, I was wondering what he was talking about. What was he so mad about? What was going on in his life? What was Robin thinking? Or Robert? Robin. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I just, from my point of view, from what I understand, you don't even, necessarily address them until they made their transition. They made their physical transition over their body. You don't address them as the other sex until they have attained the proper operation to make them the other sex. So this isn't a queer problem. This isn't a. This is more like a faith-based problem. I think so. It's just more so than anything. It's more of a individualistic problem. It's a failure not of capitalism, but of socialism. This is a socialist kind of ideal. Capitalism is trading value for value. It says all properties are privately owned and all individual rights are recognized by the government. That's what capitalism is. We don't live in a capitalist society. We live in a mixed society. We live in a mixed economy. That's the fact. That is true. So to take in, all these issues is just a very delicate situation because you have to walk on that tightrope. You got to walk on the tightrope of, you know, disparaging. Like there's cliches that are cliches because they're true. I don't disparage the faithful. I disparage the faith. Like some people say, I don't look down upon the sinner. I look upon the sin. So that's the same thing I say for the faithful, for the faith. I'm totally against faith. It is faith isn't evil. It can lead to evil, but itself is not, it's not proper. It's not proper to a man's or a woman's psychiatric makeup. It could lead to viciousness. It could lead to evil, but it's just improper. Collectivism is evil. Collectivism is one of the evil ones because it says that the group is greater than the individual, and that's evil. And altruism is obviously evil. That's one of the hardest things to combat because it's tied up with the other two, collectivism and mysticism. So I would want to read this manifesto. I don't think it's possible anymore. I think they cleared it from the YouTube page. Rock with me. It depends. But you don't have a wrench. You don't have a wrench, Rothman, so I'm not going to answer your question. You get a wrench, or if you send me $10 right now, I'll answer your question. Rock with me. I will answer your questions happily. You give me $10 right now. Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. Rock with me. And I'll answer your question. Or if you get round up 10 people and put them in the chat room, that'd be even greater. That's better than the money. The money's cool. Money's great. I love the money. That's a no. So is it a no? Is it a no? You tell me. If you wanted to ask the question and then just say that's a no, then why'd you ask the question in the first place? It's weird. It's weirdo-ish. So these moments, these terrible times are but they belie, they hide all the goodness of this nation. This nation is the greatest, noblest, most moral political expression of humanity and all of human relations. That's it. Yet we have these various shootings and bombings and stuff like that, and people still want to pour into this country. I mean, that's how they see it. They're like, damn, they got another mass shooting. Damn, they got another, bombing. They got another, under God. What is under God? Rock with me. What is under God? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're saying. But anyway, yeah. So they want to get in. I'm for illegals until we find you otherwise. The great majority of illegal immigrants are here because they want to work. Under God, one nation. You saying the Pledge of Allegiance? What are you doing? You're saying it backwards. What are you doing? Um, that that's weird. All right, but yes. So Westman is just the latest in this for illegal immigrants to come to this country. They see it. They have to know it. They can't just have a Pollyanna red, rose colored glasses and look at America. Oh, it's a perfect city on a hill. It is, but we got issues. We have a lot of things working out. Like I always think about America as like a teenage girl in college who gets in fights, still in college, like gets pretty good marks on her report on her report card, or her grades are pretty up there. But you said one nation under God, yes, God. Okay, so why did you not capitalize God and then capitalize God? So confused. I'm so confused. So anyway, Rot's going off the deep end right now. He's definitely going off the deep end. Westman retains no veneer, no sense of honor, no sense of respect for human life. Westman took it upon themselves, I'll say themselves, to murder, to brutally kill an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. And it's not just because it's two people. No, that's two people too many. Should have been zero. If there was only one person, it should have been him or her or whatever the hell. That's the facts. That's reality. I think that Westman, like I said, the mother needs to be so. Everything has to be on her. It's all. This is all. I'm putting this all on her. It's all the parents. It's the parent. I'm putting it on her. The basketball coach. I'm putting it on the the school teachers, the priests, everybody. Did they see something ahead of time? Like the late great Nikki Giovanni, Rock and Power. She was the teacher at Virginia Tech, where one of the students, I can't remember, let me look up his name. Hold on, I'm gonna try to see it. Looking up the name right now. Sung Wee Cho. So okay, Sung was it Sung Hui Cho. He was writing all kinds of crazy out of this world, like just death leaning, really not even like, a Quentin Tarantino or Martin Scorsese or some, just it was next level. You could tell, there was no underlying morality, there was no underlying storyline, there was just complete carnage and Texas carnage. No pun intended, but there was this complete carnage and ugliness. And she said, you know what, he's got to get out of my class or I got to go. Like that's how she saw it. She thought, he wasn't harmful, but he just had a weird streak of expressing himself. At the time, she didn't realize that he could be, dangerous. And I remember that day, completely. I was in the computer lab at Delaware Tech, not Virginia Tech, but Delaware Tech, and I was looking at the screen on YouTube, and I was looking at the people running out of the building. It was wild. It was wild. It was so wild. But yeah, it's Duck Duck Goose. Who's gonna be next one? And then the flowers and the stuffed teddy bears and the candles and the vigils, and there's gonna be prayer and prayer and prayer. Okay, pray, but remember, it's not doing a goddamn thing. You remember that. You send up your prayers, it's not gonna go and oh well, Jesus' inbox is filled. Everybody's been DMing Jesus since he came into existence. He's got a lot of DMs he has to go through. But that's the world we live in. That's the United States we live in. Not gun control. We don't have to. What is it? Hold on. Let me make 100% sure. Breathe, relax, aim, stop, and squeeze. That's brass. That's gun control. Breathe, relax, aim, stop, squeeze. Brass. That's all you need to know. And of course, treat, never, keep. Treat every weapon ever as if it was loaded. Never point a weapon at something you don't intend to shoot. Keep your finger straight off the trigger until ready to fire. Keep your weapon on safety until ready to fire. Obviously, Westman bypassed all of that. And it's just sad. It's a sad thing because there are millions of gun enthusiasts or just gun owners that are aware of that. They're aware of things like that. Would never do anything like this. They just clean their guns and go to the range. That's all they do. And then if somebody wants to get cute, they grip up. We got a problem? They grip up. So I'm just thinking about, the many ways that this evildoer could have been stopped. And the sick thing is that's the police state. That's they fuel the fire for people to say, oh, we need to corral the guns. We need to have less guns in the world in the United States. Look at London. They only, the cops don't even carry guns. They carry nightsticks. They carry the bobbies on the beat. They carry a nightstick. That's all they have. A billy club. And that's interesting. All right, so wrapping up, I want to say that Westman should have had a self-inflicted. Um, if everything else failed, if there was no medication, there was no psychiatric care, then they should have just said, you know, this guy doesn't want to be here. And we should allow him to commit to have assisted suicide and get him out of here before he hurts anybody. Too late now. I'd like to thank everybody that came through. Thank you, Texas, Rock with me, Cougar. I think that's everybody. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate everybody that came through. Make sure you share this video, so I can get more views and more people likes and more people subscribe to my channel. I appreciate everybody and thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Take care.